Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about one of my absolute favorite things, and that is content calendars. So I have been asking all of you what you would like to see in the next few months because we just got back to school, so I wasn't sure, you know, if you want to see different things than we were sharing or anything like that. And one of the overwhelming comments I got, because I shared a picture of my content calendar, were people being like, I need help with my content calendar. So you are in luck because that is right up my alley, and we're going to talk about that today. So whether you need a content calendar for Instagram, for YouTube, for I already said Instagram, for a blog, for a podcast, whatever, this will work for literally anything. And I am going to show you how to use my version, which is like an actual paper calendar. Now, can you do this in Google Calendar? Yes. Can you do it in Trello? Yes. Am I going to do it that way? No, because your girl likes paper and pencil and like actually moving things. And so you are welcome to take what I tell you and translate it to one of those more techie versions, but we're going to talk like actual paper calendar. So that's where we are. Okay, so when it comes to your content calendar, what you're gonna need if you want to do it the same way that I do is a calendar. I used to use the calendar on my planner, and that works fine, but I like this one because of the size, because then you can get the little mini sticky notes and they fit inside like perfectly. So that's why I got a desk calendar for that specific purpose. I will link, I will not link a calendar because I don't have this one. I don't know what size they are, but I will link these little sticky notes I got off of Amazon. So I will link those down below because they're small. When I was doing it in my planner calendar, I would cut them smaller so that we would have, you know, plenty of space. So all you need is a pen and some sticky notes and a calendar. Easy peasy. So what you're gonna do is your first step for content is anything that you have that's recurring. So if you are doing Instagram, if you then like on my Instagram, usually every month I'll share the books that I read last month, and I might share like my bullet journal spread or different things like that. So start with those things that you do every single month. And if you don't have things you do every single month, you might want to think about adding a couple things that you do every month, because it makes content so much easier. So maybe consider brainstorming a couple of different things that you can do every month or every week that are consistent, and it helps your followers because they know what to expect. They're excited for things that happen every month, and it helps you because you have less things to come up with. So for me, I know that I don't think I'm quite ready to tear that one off. We still have a few more days. For me, I already have 2 things on here. So every month on my YouTube channel, I'm looking at the pink ones, I do a coffee chat on the first Sunday, and that is where we just kind of chit chat about what's been going on, any like little advice I get, questions that I've been getting lately. And it's just a really good way to do things in real time, because a lot of times my content is planned out and scheduled out and completely done months ahead of time. So that's a nice way to be like, hey, in the moment, here's some things I'm thinking about, here's some things I've seen recently, and it's just much more up to date. I also have been doing a vlog every month, and so I usually do that on like the second to last Thursday. I have a couple other pieces of content that I do sometimes, but I don't always do them. So for example, this Thursday is going to be a GPT critique, and so those are things I do kind of every few months, but not every month. So I already had my 2 that I do every month on there, so that I know those are happening. And then I'm gonna add actually something I do every few months, and that's a Q&A. So I'm just gonna stick on my sticky note, Q&A, and then I will stick that just, I mean, pretty much anywhere is fine for now, and I'll probably play around with it. So you can either go ahead and stick them on your calendar, or you could actually even just stick them somewhere else and then rearrange them as you go. So that's step number 1. Now, if you're wondering about the different colors, the colors represent different parts of my business. So pink is this YouTube channel, that you're watching right now. Blue is Becca's music room. And then when I have like a lime green color, that is Becca's Bible class. I don't have any of those right now because I'm in the middle of batching, so they're not scheduled out yet, so I didn't post those. And then I do have a few blues, and then I just wrote in blue pen a couple of bonus videos that I'm posting on Becca's music room, because I'm really trying to capitalize on all of that, you know, back to school. People have so many questions, so many things that they need. And so I'm just trying to get like as many videos out as I can right this second over there. So these stickies are all blog posts that will also have a video on Becca's Music Room. And then the other ones are just quick little videos that will not be a blog post. Okay, so that is our start. What do you do every month? And then things that maybe you do every few months if you want to incorporate those this particular month. Now, then you want to think through what is your main goal for this month. So your overarching goal, is it to grow your channel or grow your blog? Is it to get people onto your email list? Is it to just provide helpful information? Is it to get people over onto your TPT shop? What is it? So I will honestly say for Becca's Music Room, my goal right now and why I'm posting a lot of videos is because it's back to school season. So I know there's a lot of people searching for things. So I want to be there when they're searching for things. I want them to be like, oh, I need help with this. And I want to be the one that can help them. And I'm really trying to get a lot of people onto my email list. I have a really good like freebie for new teachers. And then some of my videos and blog posts are very much geared towards promoting different products. So really trying to capitalize on that back to school season. I know that sounds kind of bad, but it's really not, because it's like they're already searching and I want to be the one that has the answers for them. So there's that. As far as this channel, right now I don't have a huge thing. I don't have anything like big going on or anything to promote. So right now I'm just kind of in that like looking at some growth videos, looking at some nurture videos, and a lot of nurture videos because going back to school season, I'm assuming we're gonna have less people searching for TBT stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, I guess we'll see. So if you want to get people on your email list, if you want to grow your channel, then you're going to focus on different things. Because if you're looking for like traffic and you just want traffic, then you're going to be picking videos that people are searching for and stuff like that, that maybe your subscribers don't actually need right this second. So your subscribers might not necessarily want to watch the video that is like, you know, you're going for search. So for an example would be that I just posted a how to make worksheets for TPT in Keynote. And I'm not expecting most of you that already watch my channel to need that video, because if you're here and you've been around for a while, then you probably already know how to make worksheets. You probably already know those things. But if you are a new TPT seller, that's something you might look for, is like, how do I make worksheets, but like on a Mac? And so that is kind of what I'm going for that. So when I posted that video, it didn't get a ton of views right off the bat, but I have faith that it's going to go up because a lot of my tutorials do really well in the long run, and they bring in new subscribers, they bring in new people. So that's kind of an example of different things. Other things like the coffee chats are things that are for all of you that have been around for a while and you've been hanging out, and it's more like a, hey, come on, let's, you know, go behind the scenes and chit chat, and it's much more casual, and it's just a very different thing. People aren't searching for my coffee chats, and if they find them, they're probably not going to watch them because they don't know what they are. And that's okay, because once they get on the channel, once they've been doing things, then they're gonna love it. Okay, now next up, you're gonna want to go to your ideas list. Now this looks like crazy town, but basically this is just a whole bunch of sticky notes where I keep ideas, things that I've come up with for what I would like to say, things that people have asked me about, different things like that, in order to make sure that I'm, you know, remembering things, because I'm not gonna remember it if I don't write it down. So if you don't already have this, I would suggest you stop the video now and start brainstorming ideas, and just write down 10 blog posts, 10 video ideas, and then write down 10 more. And so that you have a good solid foundation of what you want to post. And then after that, if you notice you get a question more than once, or someone has a really good question, then you can add it to your little list. So that's the next place I'm gonna go for. And since I don't have anything in particular I'm like promoting right this second, I am going to look for 1 or 2 ideas that are very search friendly And then I already have my 2 ideas that are more for my people that have already been around. So that's kind of my goal, is always like 2 either search friendly or like videos that I really think are gonna drive in traffic, and then 2 that are more behind the scenes, and that's always the coffee chat in the vlog. So I'm going to look through these and think through what I would be interested in based on like what I've heard recently and questions that I've gotten, and I might be inspired to do something different. We shall see. Let's go. So I just went through and I wrote down some ideas. I took some from here. Some of these are smaller from a while ago when I did not have the big calendar, and so I just rewrote them. Other ones I just peeled off. Other ones I came up with, like, you know, this video is gonna go down here because it was a request, which is also a good idea. If you need some content ideas, ask your audience what they want to see. And if you need lots of content ideas, I have a huge list of how to come up with content ideas for blogging, but it'll work for blogs, for YouTube, for Instagram, like literally anything. It just was geared towards blogging. So now I have, I think, all the videos that I need. I didn't actually count because I think actually I might need one more. But as far as things that I think are going to do well, I'm finally gonna do a video about premium versus basic sellers, because I get that question a lot. I haven't done the video because frankly it's just a really simple, like, here's the difference at the end. And so I will finally address that, because that'll help me get some search. Those will be new people, new to TPT, looking for help. Then I have mistakes that I made on TPT. So that is something that will attract both newer people and people who have been around. So that's what I call a heavy hitter. If I can get one that, like, I just, you know, I'm just like, I know it's gonna do well before it even goes up. This one is having too many product ideas. Is kind of like the sequel to not enough product ideas, which is a video I did recently. And then I have one that's kind of a motivation one. It's gonna be called anything worth doing is worth doing ... poorly. Ooh, details. And then we have the secrets to content that actually works. So hopefully that will help my people who are already here. And then how to make a content calendar. So those 2 will help my people who are already here. And in both of those, I'm gonna give a little plug for if you need help with content. So here's your little plug. If you want to start a blog or want to start a YouTube channel, I have free email courses about both of those things. I will link them down below. So each one of them is like a 7-day, I think it's 7 days, 7 days where I send you an email each day, and it's like, hey, here's one step you need to do today. Super, super simple, really, really easy to follow. And then, yeah, so really easy. And that's just like one little thing each day to get you started. If you already have a blog and you want to take it to the next level, I do have my blogging course is available. So I will link that down below. It was closed for most of the summer because I wanted to really like focus on the one group of people that I had in there. And now it is open for anybody who wants to join. So I will link that down below. You can check it out. It is so much content. It is so good. I got so many good, so much good feedback from people. Even my mom took it, like actually took it, and like she made a blog and she's already posted like 3 blog posts. I'm so proud of her. But it goes really step by step. We talk about how to create a blog if you would like to create a blog. If you already have your blog created, then you can just skip that module, and the rest are really helpful. How to write a blog that people actually want to read, how to convert readers into buyers, how to make we go really in depth into content calendar and how to make that work and how to make it simple. So today we're just like scratching the surface. So there's your little plug for that. Let's get back to the video. So now all I need to do is just place them where I want to go. And the reason I like the sticky notes is because I can change them up. So if I decide I put them down and then I'm like, no, I don't like that, because I like to kind of vary the different types of content, then I can remove them and I can fix them. And if I come up with a different idea halfway through the month and I just have to get it out, then I can just take this one off and I can add something else on and it's not a big deal. So that is why I love the sticky notes, because I used to like scratch things out 20,000 times because again, you know, have to use the paper and pencil. So I'm gonna just go through. We should probably do this video pretty soon since I'm actually filming it, so it's actually done. So that would be a good one to have sooner rather than later. This is a problem I have. This product, I have so many product ideas, so many ideas and so little time. So I'm gonna do that soon because that's one that I am currently struggling with. So I'm thinking maybe other people should. Perfect, okay. So now we have our nice, beautiful content calendar. Look how pretty it is. Woo. If you do not have more than one business because you're not a crazy person, you could use different colored sticky notes to indicate different things. So maybe you have like blue sticky notes for emails you're gonna send and pink for videos that you're gonna make or blog posts you're gonna make. So if you have, you know, Instagram and email or YouTube and Facebook or whatever, you can use different colors to denote that, to just help you easily keep track of them visually as far as like what is what and what needs to happen. So there's a little tip for you. Yeah, so this is the main part of my content calendar. Now after this, I will go in probably closer to the beginning of September and I'll just take a pen and in the colors that coordinate, so like blue for Becca's Music Room, pink for this YouTube channel, I'll write down different things I want to include in emails. So I know that I always send emails, like I always send an email on Sunday for Becca's Music Room and I send one on Tuesday. And so I want to make sure that I know what I'm going to send ahead of time so that when I go to write that email, it's really simple. And if I do it all like a month at a time, then I can really make it flow well, as opposed to it being just like, oh, here's a random thing, here's a random thing. I can be like, hey, here's, you know, how to teach this concept. And then we can do, oh, here's my favorite games for this concept. And then I can highlight maybe one of my games that's a resource. And so I can make it flow really well like that. For that, I just use my pen and I just write it down. You could also do your social media. So I actually used to do this in my content calendar. I would put the sticky notes for my content, my big content, so blog posts and videos. And then I would go through with a pen and I would write down what I wanted to talk about every single day. The idea being that if I can see, you know, okay, I'm posting how to do a content calendar, then my next couple posts are going to be related to that. And so I want to make sure that I am, you know, kind of on that same realm. I'm thinking in that same vein. And that's really the secret to making this so much easier, is to base emails and base social media off of whatever your big content is. So, and again, we talk about that a ton in the blogging course and like how to really make it smooth and how to really make it work. So if you're interested in all that, definitely check it out. So you can add those layers on. I do not currently write down all of my blog or my Instagram post ideas, just because I am so used to the way that I do it now that it's not something that I feel like I need to remind myself of. But it was really helpful for the first couple months to just really get my system down. And now, you know, my system's in my head, so I don't need it anymore. I will write down my like email ideas that I want to make sure that I am sending out, and I'll just write that directly onto the paper. And other than that, we are pretty good. If you have more ideas than you have spots, then you can go ahead and stick them on the next month, or you can go and stick them on your ideas list. I actually haven't done my content calendar in legit months, because like 6 months ago, I sat down and I just had so many ideas that I was like planned the whole like 6 months. It was crazy town. So I'm finally now to this point where I'm like, oh, I don't have anything written down. I hope that that was helpful and just a really simple explanation of how to do a content calendar. You really want to think about what you want people to do. So again, do you want them to subscribe? Do you want to find new people? Do you want to just bring people who are already your fans closer? Are you trying to sell something? Are you trying to get people on your email list? Think about that outcome first so that you know kind of what you're gearing towards, and that'll make it easier to figure out what you want to create. If you're on YouTube, again, I do suggest having a mixture of things that are gonna bring you traffic and things that are gonna bring your people closer in, because that just seems to work well on YouTube for me. So I assume it works for other people too. And I just like having that mixture in my content for YouTube specifically. For the blog, I don't notice quite as much of a difference. And I still do, you know, what's gonna bring a lot of traffic, but I can do lots and lots of traffic or lots and lots of just building my relationship with my audience in a row, and it doesn't seem to be weird to me. But on YouTube, I feel like it's a little bit weird. So just my 2 cents. I hope that was helpful. Leave any questions down below, because again, like, we got September figured out, but October's blank. So if you have any ideas, leave them down below in the comments, because I am dying to hear anything that you would like to see, any videos you're interested in, any tutorials you want to see, any of that stuff. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.